We'll just play it.
Hello everyone, we thank you so much for allowing us to play for you this afternoon. We're the Pleasant Valley Ramblers, and we're going to be playing some songs. I'm sure you're all familiar with them, and I'm sure you know most of the words, so feel free to sing along if you like, and don't feel any pressure if you don't want to.
Yeah, and if we ramble too much, don't hold it against us, because we're called the Pleasant Valley Ramblers.
Perfect example.
Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois through a Monday morning rain. 15 cars, 15 resident riders, money box taxi, all along the South Bank.
church, but we love Peter Jewel.
Peter Rochelle.
What are Peter, Paul, and Mary's songs? Leaving on a jet. I'm sure we were all these kids when this came
My
out.
no last.
I wasn't happy. I think we still remember the words.
Hey, Louis, you know a little trivia. You know, Peter, Paul, and Mary made that video. Do you know who the songwriter of that was?
want to get
John
I'm
Denver.
gonna put one right there, but I just have to get it over here.
Now you're more knowledgeable probably than you were before you came here. You know, John Denver wrote this song. All right.
If it ever comes up, we'll know. Okay, here we go.
I sing a lot of songs here about leaving. Sorry. All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up, say goodbye. And the dawn is breaking, it's time.
speaking of John Denver, Scott. Yeah, you were speaking of John Denver. Yeah. Why don't we do a John Denver song? Let's do Country Roads.
That's a good idea.
Let's do that. And we're done. It just popped in my head right now.
How come you know country, Take Me Home Country Roads? How do you know
Anybody?
that song?
Who knows that
Hey,
song?
I want you to sing with us, all right? Almost heaven, Virginia, blue mountains, and an old river.
This next song is one of our favorites, and many of you probably know it. How many have heard Amazing Grace? Anybody? Okay, so we're all going to sing that, right? What's amazing is every morning we get up, it's a present, right? We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So that's Amazing Grace, right? That's God giving us every day as a gift. So we're so privileged to be here to sing to you guys, and we sing from our hearts. And so join with us as we sing Amazing Grace today, okay? Thank you.
Well, this is the lovely Christy.
Wait till she
This
sings.
wife.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have so many harmonicas. This one we're doing it in key of E. See if I can do it good.
There we go.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now
Time to introduce the rest of our ramblers here.
The most rambling of them.
On the fiddle is Barbara. Far left over here this is our pastor. We go to Gold Coast Church. He's
Banjo man.
Banjo
Name's Scott. Name's Scott. I'm proud to be here.
Yeah, there we go. And behind me on guitar is Tino Rico. And you already know Chris, his wife. I'm Julie, my other wife. And then on bass here is Joe, keeping the rhythm. And then John over there on guitar as well. So now the next song, I'd like to give you a little bit of history on that. We all know it, Creedence Clearwater, the Midnight Special. And he didn't write the song. There was a guy by the name of Leadbelly. He was an old blues guy from the South. And through some strange circumstances, he landed up in jail. And he landed up in prison, actually, at Parchment Farm, right outside of Mississippi.
He was completely innocent.
Yeah, that's what he said. But he did his time, but during his stay there, he noticed that there was a train that it was called the Midnight Special. It would pass by going through Mississippi, and if the trees weren't in the way, the light would shine inside the prison. And so the prisoner said, whoever the light shines on is the person that's going to be released next. It wasn't true, but they enjoyed that. So he wrote a song about it. And his name was Leadbelly, and he was well known back in the 30s, I believe. So let's see if we can do him justice on this.
Leadbelly.
Yep. Yeah. Well, you wait for him. She did a lot of gospel songs, but this is my favorite one that she does. So we're in D on this one. Yep.
You guys all know this song.
Everly Brothers, Dream, Dream, Dream. Lovely Christian will sing it.
And you're gonna sing it with me, because we all know it. Love it, right? Dream, 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 dream.
gonna do another song you probably are all familiar with. This was done in the '60s, in the mid-'60s. It's called The Rhythm of the Rain. Now, does anybody know who sang this song?
Listen to the rhythm of the falling rain. Any guesses who made that famous? Anybody?
You'll never know. It's called The Cascades.
The Cascade. Oh, you don't think Ricky Nelson did?
Yeah, it sounds like.
I thought he did.
All right, okay, so we're gonna do that one next. Take a look.
Okay, this next one is a Merle Haggard song. If you know who he is, he's one of the fathers of early country western, as we call it today. It's another leaving song. But we're not leaving yet. It's called Silver Wings.
Has anybody heard that before, Silver Wings?
You probably recognize it.
You'll know it once it's done.
Silver wings, shining in the sunlight, an engine, heading somewhere in flight, and keeping you away.
to introduce the next song?
Yeah. This song, I'm gonna kind of start to lead out on, but if you know it, sing along. It's called Precious Memories, and it's my mom's favorite song. She was born back in '29, and still on the farm in Oklahoma. She loved this song. So I love this song. Look at this. You don't all listen to this song. You don't listen to this song. Are we in F? Am I in F?
Yes.
Okay. F.
taste the music.
She did. Great song.
The next one is Summertime, and I know you'll be familiar with this one. It's done in all kinds of styles. It was originally written by George Gershwin way back early in the 20th century. was written for an opera, Porgy Bess, and it was written as a lullaby. I kind of do it more that way.
Suspense. And for these things on my
Scotty
fingers
should
here.
put his fingernails on. Did anybody ever play the banjo?
Anybody want to learn the There's a place
And the living is easy. Fish is jumping and the cotton is high. Well, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. Baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise and sing, and you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there is nothing can harm you. We're standing by. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing, and you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there is no one can harm you. With daddy standing by. With daddy standing by.
Nice.
Well, I think it's the last couple songs.
It is.
So we're gonna do some old bluegrass gospel songs. How many of you heard I Saw the Light? Old Hank Williams. I saw the light.
That's a good one.
Oh,
And then I'll Fly Away. Let's not do a medley here. Here we go. I wonder
Yeah, thank you so much for your coming. Yes,
Yeah.
thanks for having us.
Tell them to have us come back.
Absolutely.
God bless you guys.
God bless you guys.
Listening to the same